We will be going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. It's currently 8 a.m. like normal. It is 49 degrees outside with a high of 75 today. So it's going to be pretty nice out for the most part. So enjoy this springish weather. It's definitely t-shirt, light jacket weather. But again, I don't think you're going to have to worry about having a jacket by that's the problem with this weather. It's light jacket in the morning, then you don't need it in the afternoon. So carry it with you or wrap it around your waist like old school tennis players. But with that being said, traffic conditions are fair. Like there's nothing really going on, no real traffic going in. So spring break is still officially here. So what that means for you going into Tulsa, there's no real traffic concerns or issues for you. Now at about 7:30, it was
Jam-packed.
jam packed, but it wasn't bad. Like it was flowing well. Like there was no congestion points, but it was steady traffic, but not slow traffic by any stretch of the mind. So, with that being said, upcoming events here in Owasso. What do we got going on, Chad? I can't imagine a lot's changed.
Not a lot's changed. I think a Veterans of Foreign War breakfast has been added to the Owassoisms page, but let me pull this up for everybody real quick. All right. Let's see here. We'll start with Owassoisms first. There we go. Yep. On the 23rd of March at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. is a Veterans of Foreign War all-you-can-eat breakfast. So go check that out. Now, let me see where that's at. Looks like that is at, yeah, that is at the community center. Yeah, the Owasso Community Center at 301 South Cedar, Owasso. Then, of course, the Baja Jack's Burrito Shack will be doing the fundraiser for Dance Studio C. Mm-hmm. The grand opening of Code Wiz, or the party Code Wiz, and that is the 23rd as well from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Baja Jack's is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for that fundraiser.
Fantastic.
And what's this? Looks like Bunko for a Cause will be being played, and that's for neighbors in need. And that will be at the Bailey Medical Center. So that address is 10502 North 110th East Avenue, Owasso, Oklahoma.
I still have no idea what Bunko is.
I don't know what it is. We need to look this up. Then Pet Rescue. I said Baja Jack's will be doing the Pet Rescue fundraiser on the 30th. And then, of course, the Easter egg hunt for the community Easter egg hunt. And then the Discovery Church Easter egg hunt on the 31st. And that's everything for pretty much the rest of this month.
Fantastic.
On Owassoisms, anyway.
All right.
Then we'll move on to the event calendar for
the Chamber.
The Chamber, which also has not changed much at all. It's got an ambassador meeting on Thursday, and then the grand opening party of Code Wiz.
Yeah,
and that's
excellent. All right.
Nothing really anything else. Wise, the only other thing is you check your local sports teams. We're not going to keep going into sports, keep kind of hanging a little long on sports.
For sure.
But the OKC Thunder will be playing the Utah Jazz tonight at OKC.
Okay.
And the new standings as is, we're still first, but the Nuggets won their last game. So they have 48 wins, 21 losses. So depending on how OKC does tonight, it'll depend on whether or not we stay in first place or not.
Okay, well they better win. Like I said, we need a national title under OKC's belt. We've had the talent before. We just didn't have all the cylinders firing. I mean, we had one of the best rosters of like top tier talent on our team back in the early 2010s. But they weren't firing on all cylinders together. You know, that's what happens when you have the best of the best on the same team. Sometimes they don't work well together, or their play styles don't complement each other. And you don't. And again, whenever what's his name was there, Russell, they didn't have enough. What do you call it?
Depth
in the bench to make sure that they could have decent talent playing against some of the best of the best.
We had 3 really good players, which you could argue we lost one, but we lost Kevin Durant, and then we got PG-13, Paul George, and Westbrook, and then we had Durant, but then we lost Durant immediately, and our only 2 really star players were, at least point-wise, was Paul George and Westbrook.
He was focusing on his triple-double titles.
Exactly, which is it's fine, But the whole point of this was we didn't have enough. Those guys are exhausted by the end of the season, whereas, the Lakers and,
They had ball help.
exactly,
They
they
had
have ball
bench
help. The Heat, whatever other teams are playing, have a deeper bench that they can go to towards the end of the season,
Yeah.
so they're not nearly as
As
exhausted.
we're paying ridiculous. Well, not like, I mean, they're obviously worth the money, but you sometimes you got to be a selfless player like Brady and sacrifice some of your contract money to get better people to guard you. Or, in Russell Westbrook's case, he could have sacrificed some of his paycheck to have better people in the depth chart with him.
It's like quarterbacks sacrifice their paychecks in the NFL to
For the
get
line.
better linemen.
Yeah. It's like, cut a couple million off my contract so I can have somebody protect me, so I'm not gonna have a short career. So that's something that they could have done to potentially offset that. But again, if you think you're worth every penny you got, I mean, you want to keep that money. I totally get that as well.
100%.
So pushing past sports, moving into national news. Elon Musk made a post. He posted a video. Do you have that video pulled up for me, Chad?
I do. Let me make it over to the big screen here.
Do you know who the post originator was? Like, who was the actual originator?
It says it's Elon Musk. So wait, no, it says from Western Lensman.
Lensman made this video, and it's basically a summary video of what the Democratic Uniparty strategy is. So what they're going to try to do is the tilde of this video, and it's already a short video. I mean, do you want to play it real quick, Chad? Or
I can. Let me go ahead and pull it up, and I'm going to get rid of your little box here.
Yeah, it's okay. Totally.
Screen it, everyone can see it.
Yeah. Let me know when you start playing it. But basically, the tilde of this video is they're importing their next voter base to get extra seats in the congressional district. Because how are congressional districts given? Not by voter population, by total population. So the Democrats will import these illegal immigrants in these cities where they don't have a lot of, either where they don't have a stronghold or they have a ton of strongholds, and they're going to get extra seats. There's already allegedly 13 to 17 additional seats in Congress based off the illegal immigrant population currently occupied by Democrats. So that means they have more voting power in Congress.
All right, I've got it up and running. I'm about to hit play.
All right, do it.
The Democrat open borders plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world, enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that imported them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves. Slander critics as racist. 4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets. Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives. As of now, that would equal 13 extra congressional districts, a tremendous amount of electoral power. 6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots, no signature verification, and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges, enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9. Entrenched single-party rule has been achieved. The best part? Your tax dollars are paying for it.
Oh, I love the way that ends. And your tax dollars are paying for it. Again, remember that, folks. So he is importing and trafficking illegals across the United States to give themselves a supermajority in Congress. Like I said, the black voter base are slowly but surely leaving the Democratic Party. The legal Hispanic population is leaving the Democratic Party. So they're importing the next voter base, and they're giving them benefits, making them become dependent on Democrats, making them have a bond or, enjoy that feeling of, oh, these people want us here, the mean people don't. And again, remember, they're handing these people as they come across the border like $10,000 credit cards.
Debit cards
that have that's our taxpayer money, and they're giving them free cell phones.
They're getting to stay in luxury hotels.
Yeah, New York, luxury hotels.
While your kid who's in college and working like two
Is staying in a
jobs is staying
5-bedroom
in
apartment.
Yeah, staying in a 5-bedroom single
No,
apartment.
yeah, a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 other people. Excuse me, we got that backwards. So all of our taxpayer monies are funding this. And you have NGOs working in tandem with these cartels, making money hand over fist. Like, if you're an NGO, why wouldn't you want to make this money? Like, the cartels are working with you. So this is wild, folks. The fact that people, like, this is what they talked about when they talked about the Great Replacement Theory. Like, I mean, they put a race thing on it because they go, white people are afraid of being replaced. But that's not the point. The point is they're replacing Americans with more agreeable voter bases to the Democratic Party. If you don't think that's the truth, then I don't know what rock you're living under, or if you just are going around willfully blind. So that video that Elon Musk posted is super important. Everyone should watch it and just realize that this is the plan. This is why things are getting so radical and so crazy. It's nuts. Our country's falling apart, and they're driving a bus, and we're all on it, and they're driving full speed over the edge of the cliff. And the only thing Republicans are doing is, hey, can you guys slow down? Like, they're not saying stop the bus. They're saying, can we slow down? That's all they're saying. Like, so we got to have people stand up. We have to have good people try to change the direction this country's going, because it's not looking good right now. And the Democrats don't care about the rules. They're just going to, again, they're like petulant children. It's like, here's the rules of chess. Oh, Democrats, I don't like the rules. So they flip the board over, throw the pieces all around the ground, and throw a fit until the rules work for them. It's like, now I can win because there's no rules. I can do whatever I want.
It's true.
So, scary stuff, folks. That's an important video. I suggest everyone watch it, share it, because it's a big deal. Our country is changing, and not for the better. Now, with that being said, there was another little incident I saw, and of course the media is putting its own spin on it. Again, like the same thing that they do with the Great Replacement Theory. Like, we're talking about them importing their next voter base, and they go, that's crazy, that's nonsense, they gaslight you. I hate that term, gaslighting, too. All these media terms, but don't call it gaslighting. You're just tell them they're full of crap. Speak in layman's terms, But again, pushing on to, there was an illegal immigrant in the city of Chicago was granted amnesty by a judge, saying, yeah, you can own a gun, which of course set legal precedent. Now, of course, the media is spinning it in a very different way. So I'll try to get full context of the situation. An illegal immigrant purchased a firearm, obviously illegally, because an illegal immigrant cannot own a firearm. That's just how it is. However, his argument to the judge was he was afraid for his life during all the George Floyd rioting stuff in 2020, and all the what was it? The fiery but peaceful protests of the 2020s. And so he bought a firearm to protect himself. The judge said, okay, yeah, that's cool. But now legal precedent has been set that other people, that's the claim for every illegal immigrant now. I feel unsafe, so I need to buy a firearm to protect myself, which is the right of all Americans. But then these people aren't Americans. They are illegal immigrants or illegal aliens who have entered our country. They're not entitled to the same rights because they've already broken a law in order to get here. So legal precedent has been set for this now in the city of Chicago. Now, the media is spinning this in a very, very different way. And to give you full context of what that means, so Ron DeSantis made a statement, and he said, this is what's going to happen now. They're going to allow illegal immigrants to police themselves. The media has done the most, I can't even think of a better word. They've done the most retarded or stupid spin I've ever seen. They go, illegal immigrants can't join the police force. That's the spin. Like, DeSantis, speaking hyperbolically, goes, this sets precedent for illegal immigrants to police themselves in their own communities. And they go, illegal immigrants can't join the police force. Media.
It says here what I have, and by the way, that camera zoomed all the way out.
Oh, so it's it's doing an automatic zoom.
But that's fine. But it says here that Illinois law expanding police eligibility to some migrants is narrower than some critics say. And they're responding to Illinois and to Ron DeSantis' Illinois is letting illegal aliens become police officers. That's not what he said. He said he's allowing police officers allowing illegals to police themselves with letting them own firearms and stuff like this. And that's how they spun it. Like I said, PolitiFact, which is a very, the old
left-wing,
who fact checks the
when
fact
I was in
checker.
college, PolitiFact is what every single left-wing person would throw in your face to be like, you're wrong, you're stupid. But again, they tell half-truths. They tell lies. They only tell stuff that makes their political opponents look bad or dumb. I remember being in college all the time, and that's all they did was throw PolitiFact in my face. Like, PolitiFact says this, you're wrong. I'm just like, okay. And again, this is when Douglas Murray was like, who fact-checked these fact-checkers? Because it's true in a sense. It's like, yeah, sure, illegal immigrants can't be police officers, but that's not what Ron was saying. He was saying they're not subject to the rule of law anymore. They can police themselves in their own communities now. They don't have to follow the rules of America. They don't have to follow our laws. And now judges are setting precedent to where they can own firearms now. And I'm a big two-way supporter. I don't see why they couldn't have firearms. But if you're already, they've already broken the law to get here, and now they're breaking the law again, but now judges are making it legal. Same as sanctuary cities. They're making it legal for these people to show up and then never be deported. And again, something we kind of glossed over, we just forgot to mention was Mexico. So the Supreme Court said that Texas does have the right to deport these illegal immigrants. And guess what Mexico said?
Nope.
We're not going to accept them.
We're not taking them. So here we are. We're supposed to take all these illegal immigrants, but Mexico is like, we won't be taking them back. They're on you.
Yeah.
Which goes to show you how little they fear Democratic politicians. I mean, when Trump said, you're not getting any money, anything like that, they immediately backtrack, like, okay, we'll keep them here. We'll keep them here.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, what do they have to fear? It's like Biden's still going to let them he's going to bring American auto industry to Mexico. Oh, cool. That's several $1 million in our economy. Great. And it's what you're going to finger wag us back? Oh, by the way, we allowed Texas to deport them. We don't care. You're not going to do anything about it. Democrats are weak. They don't know how to negotiate. They always come from the place of weakness instead of coming from a place of strength. So this is wild, folks. The fact that the media spun Ron DeSantis to saying like illegal immigrants can't join the police force. That's not what he said. Not even close. Unless you're a moron. And again, they've done. Apparently, the research shows that people who are actually in the media industry have low IQs because all they do is read. Now, you have a handful of journalists who are brilliant, like Douglas Murray, who are smart, sharp as a tack, smart as a whip, quick as a whip. But you have these people like Don Lemon interview with
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk shows you how dumb. He goes, if we lower the standards for medical practice, people will die. And Don Lemon goes, but nobody's died. And he's like, no, you don't understand. People will die.
If this continues, people could and will die. And he's like, but they haven't died. So he can't entertain a hypothetical.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you he's one of those.
He's either dumb, he's either willfully yeah.
He's the meme of that. Have you had breakfast? He said, what would you do if you hadn't had breakfast today? And he goes, but I did have breakfast.
Yeah. So it's unbelievable how the spin that again, this is why the media is the most dangerous organization in the world, because they can put whatever spin on anything that they want. Ron DeSantis is dumb. Illegal immigrants can't join the police force. Holy cow. I mean, I can't tell you. I was looking down a list of articles trying to figure out, because you told me that one of our friends' dad made a post that it's illegal. It's legal for illegal immigrants to buy guns now. All of them were USA Today, New York Times, all stuff. It is illegal for illegal immigrants to have handguns. Fact check false. Illegals can't join the police force. Fact check false. All that on the front page of Google. when I Googled it.
Whereas that wasn't the issue in the first place. It said illegal immigrants are allowed to buy, or judge rules, illegals can own handguns.
Again,
or
it's
own firearms.
the media frames everything Republicans do as stupid, crazy, or radical. They're dumb, they're stupid, or they're evil. And that's the media framing it. And if you look at it objectively, it's like, oh, wow, no, their framing of this is either dumb or it's willfully malicious. Take your pick. Either the media's dumb or they're being malicious. So that's where we're at right now, folks. It's, again, scary times we live in, crazy times we live in, and we know the Democrats' plan. We know what they're doing. Elon Musk posted that video to Twitter. Mexico's not going to take back the illegals when we deport them. They're just going to, basically what's going to have to happen is that thousands of people are going to have to starve there on the border and dehydrate to death in order for anything to make changes. Like, we just have to sit there and go, you made your choice. If you're not going to go back to the country you came from, you're going to die in Mexico. I know that sounds harsh, but until people die and the media reports on it, and then the media goes, oh, wow, there's the America let 100 people die of dehydration on the border. It's like, they're going to be like, yeah, because we don't want you. We can't take you. We don't have anywhere to put you. Something bad's going to have to, in order for change to happen, something bad's happened. They have to realize that, yeah, it's not worth, people who are coming here legally have to look at it. It's not worth that risk. It's not worth the idea of me dehydrating, dying a miserable death on the border.
And, two, what we talked about earlier was if we're going to have unfeathered immigration, like non-check immigration, welfare programs have to go.
Yeah.
All welfare programs have to go. Or the other option, if we're going to have welfare programs, all illegal immigration has to stop. So that way it goes to the people here.
Those are your options. Either we have open borders, which, okay, we can have open borders, but no
welfare.
No government handouts, period. I don't care what they are. No welfare, no government handouts. And you can have open borders with unfettered immigration. Because there's, people who come here have to work for themselves. Nothing's going to be given to you. How many people will want to come here if that's the case? Probably not a lot.
Big zip. Or people that are actually going to really want to work here and be here.
Or, yeah, people on the left. Do you want free healthcare? Do you want welfare benefits? Do you want universal basic income? Cool. We can have that. But no open borders. Take your pick. Because that's what you get. You can't have both. So, that's about all we've got for you today, folks. Hopefully we've opened your eyes to the lies of the media and the manipulations of the media and what the Democratic strategy and plan is for the Uniparty plan in the future. This is why we have to stand up against illegal immigration and why we have to, having a big bleeding heart just means that you're going to starve to death eventually. Because we can't take on the world's problems. We can't take on the world's issue. So with that being said, again, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and we are signing off. God bless y'all out there.
Later, everyone.